Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Battle Brothers with me, Cornish-Knight. We just had a massive showdown with the undead. Our people have come off a slightly worse for wear. Victor is really beaten up. Actually, wait, let's cancel that. Give him that. Do I want to make him actually just straight up range? I need more range element, really. I do think I do. No, let's turn him into a backup range unit. His morale is terrible. And give him crippling strike. I'm going to pull him out of the line for a moment because he's looking particularly rough. So I need someone to fill in for him. You can fill the gap. He's in a bit of a state, but it's not too bad. We need to find someone to fill the gap, so let's check out the recruitment pool. No, I don't want the flagellant and I don't want the killer on the run because it can be really unpredictable. Level 3 contract, not interested. We have a glaive, so we need to give that to someone as well. People have been saying that I need to be arming my people with two-handed weapons as well, so that when combat closes I can throw them into the melee. Don't know how I feel about that, but I'll give it a shot. I can see where they're coming from at least. And there's another one here, but it's still really expensive. Need to be getting some better armor really for these guys. So I think that's what I'm going to do. How's our tools looking? If I grab these two, I'll grab these two, and we'll throw some of our old stuff. Give up some of these bolts. How's the money situation looking? Not great. So what I want to do is I need to give these guys better gear, really. Get everyone nice and equipped. I suppose if that's the case, what we can do is that we can start getting rid of some of the weaker gear that we have. Need to find some more recruitment options. Probably need to go down here. We'll try up here for work. Friendly, that's neutral. The problem I have is that if I go up there, then I'm sort of stuck. If I go down this way, at least we would have some work options if it doesn't pan out. So let's go this way. You're feeling good today, ready to lead the Colonel company through any challenge to come. You gather your men around, kicking Asdaf to his feet and telling Victor to finish scraping away the hairs on his face, on his neck later. When the muttering has subsided, you start to dress them. What do you tell them, the men of the company, to do? We need to catch the eye of a noble house for more profitable work. We will fight well, but we need to be better organised in case things get dire. I shall name a sergeant to rally you on the field of battle. Let us set aside skirmishes for now and seek to defeat a group of at least a dozen opponents. Probably a sergeant would be best. Have one of the men with rally the troops perk. So where's that in the troops per tree? Rally the troops, here we go. I would probably actually give it to Hawkin. Because I'm basically gonna be buffing his morale from now on as well, along with his some of his other perks. There's a camp down there we could have gone and attacked. But we need to pick up the pace. We need some work. Druid's Grove. That's something I do wish. I wish that they would make the beast faction like the monster faction, like the direwolves and such, like their own like beast faction. So you'd have stuff like druids, perhaps, like as elite enemy, like army leaders or werewolves and the like. Level 1 contract, missing people. Is there anybody here worth taking? Woodcutter. Lumberjack, used to the hard life of labour and the axes. That could be good, but he's really expensive. Fewer potential recruits. Conrad the Burgmeister's got 2 papers in his hands. Their faces gets into them. I caught these 2 the other day, hanged them, burned the remains. He's frogged. Congratulations, the man is not very amused. Now we've gotten word that their brigand friends are coming to exact revenge on us, and yes, we need to help to fight them off. Are you interested? This would be worth a good amount of crowns to you, right? This will be yours if you help me out of it. It's 90 crowns in advance and 340 crowns to done. Who do you think you're at? Okay, he's not going to accept any more. Defend Woolstack and its outskirts from raiding parties. Does he have anything worth anything here? No. His wound isn't great, he's still healing up. I wish I could hire someone else. I haven't really got the money for it, and I haven't got anything worth selling. And that guy's expensive. Really expensive. Right, midday. Fortunately, it doesn't look like it actually has a lot. Where's camp for now then? Okay, 2 arms. A marksman, some brigands, rightio. Let's get down to business then. Time to take the high ground. First off, let's... Most of them have got shields. He's got a nice bow. I want that bow. Okay, but first we'll shoot him. His armor's tough. Ooh, nicely done. Crossed his windpipe. Lovely done, Mr. Twitter. Mr. Twitter said it lets fly and just buries an arrow shaft into the side of the brigand raider's windpipe, and he just squeals and sort of staggers back. Okay. Let's get down to business then, shall we? There's no cover really. Okay. I'm gonna keep him held back behind here for now. Missed. That was to be expected. Straight up damage to the head, probably. He's not wearing any armour. To the helmet, no, to the head. We broke his nose with a swing of our mace, which is nice. Move him up here, shield wall. Move him here, jab at him, pierce his shoulder. He's going to try and flank. Oh, that's not good. Ouch. Okay, reload. Ooh, pierced his shoulder with a crossbow bolt. Lovely. We'll pierce his side and the man sort of screams and staggers back. We'll jump here. Missed. That was to be expected, unfortunately. Hold off. Right, headshot. Yep. Severe concussion. Missed. Oh, that's unfortunate. We'll go for him. We'll stab at him. Pierced his leg wide open. Lovely done. We'll release the war dog in a second. We'll push up this way. This guy can jump and grab high ground here. Jab him. And then we'll put up another shield spear wall. He's breaking, we'll aim for his head. And we'll kill him off. Headshot. No, not worth it. Let's just tank for a moment. Move him here. Oh dear. Return fire. Kill him off. Lovely done. Get him. Do we want to release the dog? No, not yet. %46 chance, not great. But we still managed to get through. Time to get into combat, shall we? Kill him. He hasn't got a helmet, so let's try and hit him in the head. And we killed him. Let's try and break them around now. There we go. Killed them. Pierced ear isn't great. The initiative is bad. Got a kite shield, which is really good. Arming sword, which is nice. Bits and pieces. With the battle over, you survey the corpses littering across the field. It's a gruesome sight, but yet some of the reason it spurs you with energy. The ghastly hills of the dead only remind you of the vitality you yet to yield to this horrid world. People like Conrad the Burgmeister should come and see it, but he won't, so you'll have to go and see him instead. Futility, sorry. Only remind you of the futility you yet to yield in this horrid world. So, he's leveled up. Seymour's leveled up. Put some more points into that. God, why is that dropped so poorly? I had to fix that. Perks. More stamina. That's not great. Morale. Probably health. What do I want to take? Gifted, perhaps. Boost that up. Hawkins leveled up. More morale. More health. And more range defense, methinks. And we shall give him the Rally the Troops ability, because he's our standard bearer. So we give him that. And to the equipment side of things, we've got another kite shield, which is really nice. So we'll take that off of him. have that. He was running around with a sword. I know there's someone running around with a sword. I'll give him the arm and sword. I have to remember that he actually has a glaive now. I might actually take the dog off of him and give the dog to Fuax, because then the Fuax can release the dog when he gets around the flank, which is going to be a lot better for everyone. Go back and get paid. Returning to Conrad the Burgmeister, looking rightfully smug. Well done. He nods, he nods, tipping a goblet of wine while not necessarily offering it. Yes, the town is eternally grateful for your help. They are also monetarily grateful. The man gestures towards the corner of the room. You see a satchel of coins there. 340 crowns, just as we agreed upon. Thank you, sellsword. I thought that would have dealt with the problem. No? Okay. Surfing's still expensive as anything. Alright. If you're a falchion, we don't need the short sword anymore. Hand axe is nice for getting through shields. We need to get another people. We need to at least get someone with a healer. You are unsure at first about assigning Hawking to this important task, for he was as committed to revelry and carousing as any other man, but Hawking takes his duties with a zeal that is at first admirable and later worrying. Scoffing at dawn at the rising hour of cowardly and infirm, Hawking decides that everyone must start the day much earlier. He runs the men through the usual sparring routines and checks their equipment for splits and wear, but as such light work he adds strict rules about setting up and breaking camp, formating, drills, lessons on flanking, forced marches with stones in their packs, and detailed punishment regimes for anyone who dares fall behind. The word touches back-breaking, cruel, flint-hearted and merciless, as well as dozens of other salty expletives ring the air whenever Hawking is safely out of earshot, but never when he is sleeping, for the brothers have learned that Hawking, pain-seeking, never truly sleeps. You have gained a sergeant's sash. We shall give this to him. Sash won by the Commander Sergeant, your second command on the battlefield. We give it to him because with his standard bearer's ability, allies at the range tile receive 7% or 10% of the resolve of the character holding. So they get basically, now they'll get +7 to all their things, which is great. Which is really good. Get through this marsh. We've got a bit of money. Tools are the issue now. Keep an eye. I need to keep an eye on our moving, so I don't want to get jumped by stuff. We'll get down here. Come on. There is temples, so we should be able to heal up. These are the ones I need to fix, really, because I need him back on the field. That doesn't bother me, neither does that. Can probably sell some stuff off, because I need to get money in my purse. I need to get something new as well. Cultist, not massively interested. Fritz, when Munhalem was in dire need of defensive force, Fritz took the masonry like a very fortunate time natural. Betrayed by a fellow architect, the masons brickened his rival inside the wall of his next project. It wasn't long until people started to ask questions. Years in masonry made the man fit for a life of blood and mud. We'll hire him. What's he like? Not bad. Not bad at all, actually. Now, where do I want to put him? That's the question. We'll give him that. He's got good stamina. He needs a arming cap of some sort. Which reminds you, why haven't I been giving my arming caps to these guys? He's still out of it for a while, so he won't. He'll be healed tomorrow. We'll give him that. Give him a shield. Hand axe, perhaps. Questions, questions, questions. I'll give him the bludgeon because you can actually stun people with that. I mean, no, we could give him the hand axe actually, it's probably be more useful. He's not up yet. I need to name him as well. So, as promised, Fitz will become, looking at our name list, he will become Mr. Baba. As I said, if you guys want a name added to the list, just leave it. Mr. Baba steps upon the field. Right here, what do we need? We need food before anything else. I thought they were making tools here. Why are suddenly tools are suddenly so expensive? Are there any penalties in effect? Oh, that's why. Should have known. Well, we need food before anything else, because our guys will starve if we're not careful. If that's the case, we need to sell off some stuff. That reminds me. I take it my archer, actually, he's got one. He's got that. So, in theory, I could actually sell off the daggers. Sell off some of these spears as well, because I need a little bit of money. Rightio. Let's see what these contracts are, shall we? I need to start using this as well. At the moment it's super expensive. Contracts, level 2. Wanzel of Hosland is shaking when you greet him. He's practically frothing with anger, or maybe he's just really drunk. Citizens of this fine town are starving. Why? Because brigands keep sneaking in during the night to raid the granaries, and if we catch them they burn the buildings down. Now we can't defend ourselves by sitting back. Now I want to defend up myself by killing them all. The man teeters for a moment, as if about to spill himself across the desk. He steadies it before continuing. I want you to kill those vagabonds. Obviously, all you have to do is to be interested and name your price. Let's talk money. 150 crowns in advance, 590 when the job is done. We want to be paid more for this. Let me make the following offer: 160 crowns in advance and 640 when the job is done. That doesn't sound too bad. Except, need some time to think about this. What's the other job? Wenzel of Holman grabs the chest off himself and puts it on his desk. When he opens it, a bevy of papers pops out, almost scurrying to get free. He grabs one and lays it out. One side is a contract, on the other a small drawing of a map. It's really simple, sellsword. I have been contracted to deliver some particular cargo to Norberg. I have the goods, but I don't have the guards. If you're interested in being the caravan guards for this time, let me know and we can hash out some numbers. Let's talk money. Rest assured, you'll be known fine price for your work. You'll get 740 crowns when the contract is done. We need to be paid more for this. We're all friends here, right? 770 crowns when the contract is done. Except, we need some time to think about this. Okay, so where's Norberg? Norberg's all the way up there, so we have to go back up the way we'd come. That's not too bad. 740 gold. Or we take care of the bandit problems in the surrounding area. Let's take the caravan contract. Accept the contract. Right, off we go. Only 3 people? Okay, that's why it's so difficult. Keep an eye out. I'm really loving this game. some really good tactics. Some of the people have been saying that I should, as I've said, to sort of equip all my range units with pole arms, so we can basically, if it gets dicey, get behind people and help out, which is a good idea. I do like this tactic though of making the standard bearer basically the sergeant, because all the benefits he gets really enhances everything. How is he looking? 1 or 2 days. He should be back in order tomorrow. I need to get him a bow of some kind. But they're so expensive. I want another crossbow if I'm going to get anything. Sitting and jesting with the men while checking their kit, none holding their blades within your armour, your men wanders off to think about the new ideas of improving the company and its reputation across the lands. What is your conclusion? What do you tell your men? We need to catch the eye of a noble house by making more profitable work. They pay for their own dangerous game, but doesn't make it as long as it's. But what does it matter as long as the pay is good? Let us set aside skirmishes for now and seek to defeat a group of at least a dozen opponents. That our names will become known throughout the land. Let us set out to the wilderness and discover the unknown, plunder. Be it with us to a goblin camp or else we may find it. Maybe that one. Reach professional renown. Competent. Neutral. The noble house contracts are really dodgy, I have to be careful about them. Brigand base, I might want to go and deal with that. Traveller's Rest. There's some places that I want to deal with. I think this had ghosts, which scares the living daylights out of me. Ghosts are nightmarish. So we should get up there. We need to buy some repair tools. We're low on repair tools. Does anyone make repair tools? Workshop. So there. Okay. So they have repair. Oh, okay. Dead people. Flesh torn asunder, parts of the men rendered unfamiliar, copper stents in the air, via things you find when beckoned by the brother's call. Hawking the flagellant stomped over and stomped his whole body unmoving, save for his arm, which flicks with flecks of grass and thorn-padded whip across his own back. A gargling bullet draws your eyes to Rogue the Second, who's bent over the tall grass, losing his. With Rogue the Second, who is bent over in the tall grass, losing his lunch. Sensing that he is disturbed, the others walking crack something of a smile, but doesn't falter an inch to the horror he's committed upon his own hide. Fear not, Reaper. Fear not the Reaper, Rogue the Second. I shall bleed even more in favour of saving your soul. Sorry, a gurgling belch draws your eyes to Rogue Second. Okay. So he's got exposed ribs. That's not great. Less hit points. Oh boy. Yeah. This is not good. Flagellants, people. The wagon train drives into Nuremberg, each cart bumbling and tumbling their tall wheels over mounted dynamite. The caravan hands work to unload the cargo, few of them fighting off a beggar or two. The leader of the train hands your satchel, and that's about all he does. He is too busy with his work to say much more. To you, silence is appreciated. Okay, we need to get him fixed, which is expensive as anything. Ooh, a hawk. They got crossbows here as well. Man, they're expensive. And nice armour. Let's see, what are people running about in? AT. Ooh, they got a war pick as well. Well, let's grab that for a moment. How's our pay looking? 7 days pay, that's not bad. We'll give that to one of the better quality people that we have. We'll give that to Rogue. Rogue, you can have that. That man can have that. need a crossbow, but it's so expensive to get it from here. You could get a cheap one. We'll get a cheap one. I have to sell some stuff off. His initiative isn't great, so we need to give him something to wield in case they come over the walls. Okay, he can't join up. But I need to get his skills up, so let's put him here. "5 days pay, we need more work." But that's going to be for next time, folks. If you have liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter with the links provided below, or leave a comment in the comment section. If you want to have a character included in the run, just leave the character's name and just state that intent, and I shall endeavour to add them to the roster. I've been Cornish-Knight. I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.